And welcome back. So here we are at Magnus and we are about to fight Lindwurms with the help of the first regiment of Magnus. So in preparation for this fight I did give basically almost everyone a reach weapon. They do also have the regular weapons in case they want to use those instead. But for Lindwurms, the reach weapons I think is the way to go. Not sure if we should use these firebots, we might. So we have the Volram. Malopod's Onslaught, which applies Baffle sometimes, will hopefully help us out as well. So this is a risky fight even with the help of these southern guys here. But we'll take it because we are the Beastie Boyos. So basically there's almost ever a good enough incentive to actually fight Lindwurms because it's way too risky and the reward you get isn't worth it usually. But as we are the Beast Slayers, the Beastie Boyos, I guess we'll just fight. And the first regiment is trying to get away, but we will pull them into the fight. Don't want to fight in this terrain though. Can we make that different? So far no. Still like this oasis swampy terrain, which is kind of bad. I'd prefer to fight in just the desert, if possible. Okay, it's not letting me do it. And we need to be quick about this before they actually start their fight. Also, Lindwurms, I think, have Pathfinder, so they definitely have the advantage in rough terrain like that. The desert is also rough terrain, but it's not as rough. Okay, this is going to suck, but I guess we just fight in the oasis. It's getting to be nighttime, and for some reason the first regiment is now advancing towards the Lindwurms, which means they will get into a fight on their own. And if I delay, it means that they will just basically die immediately. So I guess we just fight in this crappy terrain. And indeed it is crappy. There's no penalties apart from movement and fatigue costs like there are in swamps, but this shallow water is still bad. Also we need to watch out for the mortars, which might go for friendly fire at some point. And let's turn the combat speed down. Like so. Wait. Also the gunners might at some point decide to make a stupid decision and shoot us in the back. So our two initiative tanks have shields for this, just to improve their survivability even further. Lindwurms have over 1,000 hit points and basically battle-forged armor. Also, if they manage to get kills, which they will on these conscripts, they will get killing frenzy. But do they have berserk as well? Doesn't seem like it. We'll see how effective these mortars are against a threat like Lindwurms. Okay, I guess we move a little bit with our tanks, but everyone else stays put. would help a lot to have a third tank for a fight like this. We could move with Malopod just to get one shot with the crossbow in. So what's this? Oh, training fulfilled. Okay, it has a different image now. So if we move, we quite likely want to rotate as well. Guess we don't move. Unless we rotate with Wolram, which we could. Anyway, this middle is going to be painful. I should have moved Chloe here. So that they can actually tank in the middle. Let this southern army take care of the flanks. Okay, I guess we should go for the shot. Tickle the Lindworm. Bajon, move forward as the tank. Gunners are aiming to get killed. Some more ranged damage would go a long way in a fight like this. It's far easier to deal damage from range at opponents like this instead of having everyone using reach weaponry where positioning gets kind of awkward. So this fight might go horribly badly, we'll see. But as we do have the help from the Southern Army, I guess we should win this at the very least. Okay, here come the Lindwurms. That mortar shot might be wasted completely. So it's been a while since I fought Lindwurms, so I might be doing this poorly. Make some dumb decisions, and the mortar did hit a couple of, well, one of them. So it wasn't completely wasted. Alright, these guys are engaging. Hopefully they can survive for a while. Okay. Let's move Chloe. I'm going to trust on these guys to hold this southern flank at least for a little bit. So I guess Chloe goes to the middle. Okay, only Herman can get a hit in during this round unless I do rotations. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Enhard has good melee defense, so he's basically like a tank as well. Also has freedom of movement and resilient. So we can be, hopefully, somewhat aggressive with him. Also Visho can get a hit in here. So if I remember correctly, getting hit by Lindworm will stagger, which is kind of bad for these freedom of movement characters. But if that is the case, then we'll deal with it. Gajon handled this area here. Let's continue to damage the one that's damaged. Assassins going in. Not sure how long they'll be able to survive, but I guess at least one turn. So this might be an utter slaughter. But we don't know how this goes just yet. If Emmerich gets in melee reach of these guys, he is in danger. Or rather, if the Lindworms are able to target him. Because he has -7 melee defense. Need to be careful. He also has favored enemy Lindworm. And it claims he has one favored enemy kills. No, Serpent. Serpent counts, okay. Sure, let's go with that, I guess. Oh, we can't get a hit in because this costs AP. More AP than regular. Oh, these gunners, they're gonna die so fast. They are going to just die. Wish I had Inspire on Halvor. Would be far more useful, especially in a fight like this. Especially with this terrain. Okay, so I don't know. This is kind of going badly. We can't really position ourselves as we want because of the terrain and because of the Southern Army. And because we only have basically two real tanks. We need to play kind of aggressive here, I guess. Okay. So if I remember correctly, if I take a position next to the tail, the head part will actually stay put. But I might be incorrect with that. But I'm going to do it, I guess, with Chloe. If we have to take hits from both of these parts, then so be it. It might go very badly, but can't really remember how you optimally fight these things. At least in vanilla, I don't know if they've been changed. It's always possible they've been changed. Maybe I actually need Chloe here though. Hold off all of this on the south, maybe. Yeah, I guess that's actually better. Because these guys are not going to last very long. And there's more coming in, and Chloe is the one character who can actually take it. With over 300 initiative, freedom of movement, and 86 melee defense. Okay, let's take this position. And I don't remember how exactly these attacks worked either, so clearly not the optimal way to fight these things. Okay, for the most part, let's wait. Okay, Gajon could move. Okay, this northern flank is going to get overrun as well. I'm so scared. Guess we take this position with Gajon. Let's see if we can baffle. No, but we do apply overwhelm. So at least they're not like nimble or something. That would make this horrifying. Even more so than it is. Okay, the days will actually help us. Good job, assassins. Okay, well, you guys are gonna die. And give them killing frenzy and confidence. And this guy's blocking us. Oh well. Yeah, maybe I made a mistake taking this fight. We might all die. Every single last one of us. Okay, these guys do have a reach attack. And they're pouring in from the south. Assassin at least has underdog, so might survive a little bit because of that. Okay, someone's just instantly dead. One hit. Okay, yeah, we made a huge mistake here. Huge mistake. Yeah, this southern army is not going to help us at all. It's actually going to hinder our effectiveness. We are in deep shit here. Yeah, Lindwurms. God damn it. Why did I take this fight? Why did I take this fight? Why on earth did I think that I could deal with this, even with the help of these guys? They're just gonna run. They're just going to break if they don't die immediately, and all of the Lindwurms will be confident with killing frenzy active. And our own damage is kind of not good enough. Okay, these gunners and these conscripts are going to instantly die. Yeah. So I could do melee with the fencing sword, but Sami's armor is going to get destroyed immediately if we do that. Well, I'm not going to retreat. So I guess we just see if we are going to die instantly or not. Nice stab there. We're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Yeah, and since they have reach attacks, even pole arms aren't safe to use. I think these tails also have like a split attack or something. So no position is like guaranteed to be safe. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe we can kill like one of them and lower their resolve. Seems unlikely though. That we'd be able to lower the resolve. Oh, these guys are actually doing okay damage here. Okay, nice vengeance hit. This terrain is so bad. The overwhelms might actually save someone's life. But yeah, more people are going to die in just a moment here. Okay, good job, assassin. Assassin still dodging. Okay, this one also getting lucky. Gunner is dead. Did survive one hit. But yeah, we can kill this one at least. Before we are going to start dying ourselves. We might want to use the firebots, but we'll see. Okay, there goes another one. We've been engaged in the middle. Also, these assassins are going to get the kills on the kill here unless we're careful. Which is going to suck. Well, I guess we can't really like try to make sure that we get the kill in a fight like this. This is way too risky to try something like that. Should have given Chloe the grenades so she'd have something to do in a situation like this. the nets are... I don't think the nets work on Lindwurms at all. So if I want to hold these in place, I could move here maybe with Gajon. That might be condemning him to his death though. He's going to get hit by all of these. And eventually they will be able to land hits. Especially when Gajon, well, actually does have underdog, never mind. This one's fleeing. Hasn't taken damage yet, this assassin, but is still fleeing. Okay, I think Gajon needs to hold these guys. Let's move there. Also, yeah, they will be able to hit. We'll need to use a shield wall to maximize the chances of survival. What the hell are you doing, engineer? Goes in and starts punching a Lindworm tail. Like, what? Have you lost your mind? Maybe it's like rapid onset PTSD and he's gone insane, seeing his comrades fall. He's trying to avenge them. Anyway, we show you need to get out of this flank. Well. So I don't even have a good grenade spot here. On the south there would be some good grenade spots, I guess. Let's go for a rotation here, get a hit in. Why did you have to hit the head there? Come on. Okay, there we go, one down. One down. So far we haven't gotten even a single baffle applied on these guys. Okay, so this assassin is most likely going to die now. We should have brought our own flash bot to this fight. That would have actually been quite helpful. And we'll see how well freedom of movement actually works against Lindwurms. This guy decided to die. Okay. Brave move. There goes one assassin, and now all of them on the south have confidence. These engineers are being super weird. Like, just operate your mortar, please. Like, that would have been actually helpful instead of this weird melee power fantasy that you are living currently. Well, living for a very short duration. Okay, there goes one more. What happened there? A skilled conscript. Skilled engineer, okay. Okay, and the assassin is likely going to die now as well, because he is foolishly trying to flee here. But there are still some of these southern guys left. Not many, but some. And we haven't been hit yet. Okay, we'll need to start using shield wall here as well. And it takes only 15, so yeah, we'll be able to keep it up. Should we move here, actually hold even more of them in place? So Chloe is like the one character who can actually take hits from these things. I think we should move. Never mind. Okay. All of the armor has been destroyed. %. And we did take hit point damage as well, so even with freedom of movement, it's not going to like make her invulnerable. The daze is thankfully cleared immediately because she is resilient. Anywho, guess we just keep on doing things. Okay. Very brave. Very dumb, but very brave. And we show... Actually, I should have gotten him out of there probably. He's gonna die very soon. Because these Lindwurms are just going to kill these southern guys basically immediately. After which he will be vulnerable. It has poor melee defense and is likely just going to perish. Yeah, we have like trouble positioning ourselves so we can actually do effective things on every single one of us. So like a whip would have been okay in this fight as long as we can strip armor away. We could have one person with a whip in the back, which has 3 tile range, and apply some bleeds. Guess we move Asa here. Okay, so my hope is that this Lindworm head is going to stay put even after killing this assassin, because the tail is engaged with Gajon, so we can move with Walram here. And like I said, I don't really know or remember the specifics of the Lindworm mechanics, so I might be incorrect with a lot of things I'm saying. Hopefully that is not the case, but it quite likely is. Yeah, we need like one more tank for situations like this. And yeah, the baffle seems to not be working at all. For whatever reason. Not sure what's going on with that. And at some point, I guess we might try the fencing sword against these things, but for now, let's just do pike. Kind of splitting our damage, which is not optimal, but I guess it can't be helped much. Also, getting hit by a split attack here would suck majorly. Let's move. Hello. If I could inspire Emmerich, that would help a lot. He's our best, like, ranged reach damage dealer with aggressive and polar mastery. Also has Lindworm as a favorite enemy. But we don't have Inspire. We just don't. Okay, they're kind of being dumb. If we hit, we can't move. So I guess we move with Bishop. Kind of foolishly moved him into this position. Also, maybe I should just like accept that armor gets destroyed in Lindworm fights. Maybe it's not even that bad and on nimble dodge, freedom of movement characters. Just give them frontline weapons and accept that it's going to happen. Not sure if that's like the correct assessment here, but I'm thinking it might be. Because we deal far more damage in a faster manner, which would help immensely. Okay, this assassin is still alive. Gajon gets hit in the head. Doesn't have Steel Brow. Also gets knocked back. Need to deal with... Well, we need to kill all of them, yeah, but... Gajon can't be relied on, I think, to handle all of this. We'll need to try to move him back to this position. Thankfully, these guys with rich weaponry actually do have survivability of their own. They do have, for the most part, melee defense and can thus take some hits. Okay. So, no longer can move Gajon, because he's next to two of them. Okay. The good news is that the Lindworms have taken damage. The bad news is that all of our southern allies are about to be dead. Which means we will start dying, probably. I'm actually gonna move Einhard next to this Lindworm. He should be able to handle it, hopefully. And also it seems that the Lindworm hits don't apply stagger, I think. But they do daze, at least from one of these, either from the tail or the head. Sometimes, so that's good, I guess, because stagger would be really deadly for our people who rely on freedom of movement. Anyway, I do believe we'll win this fight, but I also think we might lose some people. Also, they do apparently stun you as well, occasionally. And yeah, the baffle seems to not be working at all. There's a theoretical chance that that is just bad luck. But it is kind of weird, I think. Kind of weird. There's still a couple of assassins left in the game. Well, 3. But this one's going to die now. Probably. Can't kill this before it acts, I don't think. We can try. We can try. Another one bites the dust, and another one bites the dust. This assassin is still alive though, but probably not for long. Okay, if this assassin dies now, Halvor is in trouble. We don't have rotations nearby as either. How is this plant blocking movement? This one isn't. Weird. You should have shield walled, probably. Right. Assassin is alive. However, Halvor has been engaged in melee. And there goes our southern allies. So everyone on the southern flank is dead now from our allies. Unless you count this assassin, who hopefully will take a position here. And if we get really unlucky, someone like Chloe will die here. I don't know if you can call that unlucky actually, because yeah, Lindwurms. I basically condemned people to death by taking this fight. Also Wolf. I don't want to lose Wolf here. So we might need to rotate someone in. Maybe we let Wisho die. Should focus our damage on one of these. Kill this one as fast as possible, but we can't really like get everyone in range. I might be asking too much of Chloe to hold all of these Lindwurms. Does have underdog and back to basics as well, so hopefully we'll be able to do this for a while longer. Oh, this assassin is going to steal the kill there. That's going to suck. Okay, we shall move there. Okay, can we get this kill before the assassin gets it? Probably not. $60 to $80. Yeah, I don't think we can, so I think we don't even waste our attack on this one and instead attack another one. Or wait. Yeah, let's let the assassin attack first. Maybe the assassin will either miss or attack this one or hit the head, which means we can get the kill on Akbar and Orkhild. Let's move Wolf out of this nasty spot here. It might be time to get Sami's fencing sword out soon. Okay, we do get the kill here probably, unless this conscript steals it. Theoretically possible, I suppose. Hmm. 70 to 95. Okay, that's going to kill if it hits the body. Go for it. Okay, one more down. So 2 of them killed, couple of them close to death, bunch of them confident, and everyone out of our own team is still alive. So Halvor will be taking a hit here most likely. And that's going to be bad. Okay, we've been stunned there. Halvor did not take a hit. Okay. And what was the percentage there? Chloe 7, Enhard 30%. Okay. And yeah, Gajon has been stunned. It's not like the end of the world to be stunned there, but it does prevent us from using shield wall. And this terrain is so bad. It is just horrible. Oh, stun is cleared. Okay, that's why we waited. Okay, I think we might even be able to get away with this fight without any casualties. Though it's way too early to say, I guess. They are going to ignore Chloe. And go around her, I guess. Which means someone like Visho might very well meet his maker. And also, if we get a bit unlucky, Chloe will die. And here I will wait with Earnhardt, let this assassin do his thing on his own. One more down. Good damage there. Okay, so the help of the Southern Army has like been tremendous in this fight. They predictably will all die. There's only 3 of them left. Well, 4. No. Is it actually 5? The mortar is counted. Well, whatever. It's not important. The important part is that everyone who matters, that is our team, is still alive and doing relatively well. At least for a little while. And we can even get all the kills here. Oh yeah, Visho might die. I am going to accept it. And not try to like run away with him. The rain is bad. Okay. People do be dying, but the important thing is that Chloe is not among them. Just yet. Okay, sadly there was a hit on the head. I guess we'll leave a couple of people here. Or will we? No, let's use Sami in the south. Leave Emmerich here because it's going to be too much of a pain to move through this shallow water anyway. So Emmerich and Gajon handle this one in the north. Everyone else go after the ones in the south. Herman might be able to take like a couple of hits. But we don't have many rotations. I guess Wolf has a rotation. Anyway, let's move here. Need Akbar's contribution, but Akbar will die quite easily. Doesn't have freedom of movement yet. Let's move her here. Safety spot for Borghild. Alright. 5 Lindwurms remain. Most of them are still confident. One of them is at half health. One of them is almost at half health. One is at full health and full armor. And one is kind of lost a little bit of armor. Well, two, never mind. Two of them have lost a little bit of armor. So I don't think I played this well at all. But this result, if it stands like this, will be very good. The fight is far from over though. Wondering if we should... well, we can't even move, so never mind with that. Okay, they're going to kill the engineer now. If Emmerich gets targeted by like a reach attack like that, he needs to be immediately pulled out because he can't take, I don't think, more than like one. Here they come. There goes the engineer. But we are dealing good damage. So we're probably fine here. Oh yeah, there's two mortars. Okay, so all of the members of the southern army have perished here, apart from the mortars. So let's see if we're able to deal with these Lindwurms with just our lonesome. If one of these 5% hits, it's going to be quite damaging. And possibly ruin this northern flank entirely. Though I think Gajon can handle some hits still, thanks to freedom of movement. Okay, Wolf has freedom of movement. Okay, let's put him in a precarious spot. I guess he also has rotation, so he can get out of it if need be. Sami, kind of the same deal with him. But Akbar needs to be careful. Maybe we actually use Akbar against this northern one. Same with Halvor, maybe. Unless I like want to move here. It's a bit of a risky spot. At least a bit. I don't know. Can we rotate him out if it gets bad? With Balram? Yeah, probably. Okay, let's take it. So like I was saying, I don't think I've played this well at all. But, I don't know. We might have gotten a bit lucky. with the way this is going, because no one has died yet. Right, one of them is almost dead. There we go. Herman might be hit here. That would be bad. Especially since he's dazed now. For minus 25% initiative. Yeah. So freedom of movement here is only 33. Well, we'll see. Okay. Well, Chloe now at only half health and stunned. So the stun will clear. But yeah, Herman did not get hit there. Should maybe rotate like Wolf or Wisho in for Chloe. I think I still need to like let Chloe handle one more round at least. So there are fights in Battle Brothers and Battle Brothers Legends where it's basically not worth taking them. Lindworm fights kind of like that. At least not until you're like an absolute god that can devastate everything without any risk. So that leads to like some tendencies if you come to that conclusion, like I have, and I suppose many others as well. That leads to you avoiding those fights completely, which means when after a long while you actually do take a fight like this, you're not completely on top of your game and can't like, or you don't have like as much of a good grasp on the level and the capabilities and how you're supposed to fight against an enemy like this, because you just never do. So I believe, yeah, like I've been saying, that we've gotten a bit lucky here, because no one has died yet. We're not out of the danger zone by any means. So witch fights is one of those fights where I usually avoid them, because while they can go like very smoothly with no risk basically at all, because they fail their charms or they target the charm on an immune character, like the Avatar character during our Crusader run, or they just spend their turn doing something very stupid, like just moving to a position that doesn't actually help them at all. But occasionally they will not be stupid and they will get lucky. They will target their charm on someone who actually is is capable of dealing massive amounts of damage. And when that person turns against their own team, the team is in trouble. And when they come with like a random assortment of beasts, where you can get like redback spiders or bears or white dire wolves, the composition of the group being so random will also affect how well you're able to actually deal with it. So with that in mind, usually taking witch fights isn't like, it's not a good smart decision to make, because the risk isn't worth the reward, basically. Usually. So what I'm trying to say here, I guess, in my own clumsy non-native English speaker way, is that when we do take these fights as the beast slayers, when the part of the idea, or the main idea behind the run is to take fights we normally don't in a Battle Brothers run. So fights against Lindwurms, etc. So while this fight is going well, we will take more of these fights, and eventually we will get like a catastrophe, probably, where like half the team is going to die. And it's partly because these enemies are just so dangerous, and partly because I don't know how to fight them optimally, because I almost never do, and partly because of just bad luck. So while this fight might go well enough that no one actually dies, that is not by any means an accomplishment by me, I don't think. Also here's Herman taking a lot of damage. So Lindwurms extremely deadly and kind of RNG. If we had like more tanks, like 2 more capable tanks with shield expertise and underdog, and if they could spam Indomitable indefinitely, then this fight would be far less RNG. But since we are the beast slayers, the beastie boyos, I'm not going to wait around that long. So Asa has been hit. These guys have crippling strikes. Doesn't look like it. Anywho, I've been babbling a lot during this episode. Hopefully some of it at least makes some sense. But yeah, even on the northern flank here with Gajon, eventually these 5% are going to hit. And even with Gajon's high freedom of movement, with a good amount of initiative, he would die in that case, which would this northern flank would collapse. Currently there's only 1 Lindworm, but let's assume like there's 2 or 3 of them. They would like be able to move on our rear flank here, and we would have to relocate Malobot, for example, and well, it would all fall apart. So I guess what I'm trying or going for with that that little speech is that even if you have like a godly tank, as long as they can't like always guarantee a 5% hit chance and also have a huge amount of hit points and armor, and also be able to spam Indomitable against an opponent like Lindworms, eventually even that guard tank will fall, and that means that you can't really like rely on them unless they're like absolutely stellar. So that is one way that a fight like this can go badly. Anywho, while we've taken damage here, everyone's still alive. Guess Herman needs to get out of here if he's able. And let's use Akbar here. Also, it's kind of weird sometimes when this Lindworm head has a 2-tile reach attack, but hasn't targeted Emmerich at all, not even once, while Emmerich has -7 melee defense, so basically I think the Lindworm would have like 90% plus to hit, maybe even 95, but just hasn't chosen to do so, so I don't know how the AI works here. Is it because we've engaged with both of the parts with Gajon that cannot happen or something? But I've learned during this run to not make too many assumptions, so I guess we shouldn't assume that. It might just be luck, I don't know. Or, I don't know. I don't know how the AI works, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say a lot of things during this, but not sure if all of it makes sense. Kind of have the feeling that I'm babbling a lot. Anyway, there goes one more. So yeah, eventually we'll be able to do these Lindworm fights like fairly safely, but even so, Lindworm fights can kill people. So let's get Herman out of this here. He's done his duty. So even if we're doing like super well and crushing all of our opponents, crushing huge orc camps, crushing huge barbarian camps, etc., with no difficulty, taking care of, I don't know, demon alps and... Okay, yeah, Chloe might die. Even if we're able to like deal with demon alps and rock unholds and skin ghouls, etc., without having much difficulty ever, fighting against Lindworms and especially Stallworms is never like a guaranteed 100% victory, unless you're just utterly crushing absolutely everything and you've like outscaled, outleveled and decked everyone out in famed gear. Anywho, Chloe might die here, so we need to get her out. Does Visho have rotation? Well, fatigue for rotation, I mean. Can anyone else rotate? Wolf, but he's far away. Volram can rotate, but it's not going to accomplish anything. And we need to move... Well, do we actually? No, we don't. Not with Borkhild. Anyway, let's hope Chloe still survives. Alright, she is alive with 9 hit points. Thanks to freedom of movement. Anyway, if these two decide to flee, I'm going to let them go. But let's kill this one on the north. I will accept it if these two decide to leave. Okay, there we go. So the Lindworm does decide to use the reach attack. Goes for Akbar, who now needs to move out. So they don't always target the guy who's in melee range on both of the parts. But for some reason hasn't targeted Emmerich yet. So I guess that's just RNG for you. I suppose I should take into account that we won't normally fight in terrain like this against Lindworms, so in better terrain we'll have like better maneuverability, better options. And as the run goes on, we will continue to get stronger, so we'll see. Maybe we'll see how Lindworm fights go in the future. I'm not going to speculate more than that. But yeah, these two I think are leaving. I'm going to let them go. Don't really have anyone capable of tanking them that's nearby. Run away, Chloe. So let's assume Chloe actually had 100 plus hit points and more melee defense. We could also get Born with a Board for 10% damage reduction. We could also get Indomitable, but can't really make it indefinite. So there are ways where you can make like an absolute super god tank who can spam Indomitable, etc, etc. So if we manage to make like one of those or two of those, then yeah, these fights will be far less of a threat. But while Chloe is close to that, isn't quite there. So yeah, I've said a lot, and some of it probably makes sense and some of it doesn't. If these guys aren't actually fleeing though, they're going to come for Halvor. That's going to be bad. Let's move Halvor. Just in case that happens. No, they're leaving. Okay. Would have liked to kill this one, but don't want to risk it. And I guess we should try to get the kill here on Emeric, who has the favored enemy perk. But yeah, I don't think we'd have been able to do this without the help of the Southern Army. Probably wouldn't have been able. So thank you to them. Rest in peace, I suppose. Your contribution will not be forgotten for at least 2 minutes after the fight. At least. Okay. So Emeric should now be able to get the kill as long as he hits. He doesn't. Misses a 95. Okay. So I guess we'll wait for one more round here. Yeah, not even once has this Lindwurm head targeted Emeric with the reach attack. So if someone is watching this and knows exactly how Lindwurm AI works and how their abilities work, then please explain, is it just luck that Emeric hasn't been targeted here? Or what is the reason? Is there a reason? Because I have no clue. I am assuming it is just plain old luck. Because Akbar was targeted while in this spot. Anyway, we have successfully fought Lindwurms and everyone survived, barely. So that's something at least. Lindwurms dealt with. Long episode. Why is it not letting me end this? Is it because of the mortars? They're fleeing, but it's not giving me the it's over option. The mortars don't consent. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? The mortars. I didn't ask them. Anywho, let's take a look here. So we get a lot of XP, even with the help. Emmerich has dealt 1200 damage. Enhard and Borghild and Hermann around 1000. And Malobots as well, around 1000. So yeah, I do believe that we got a bit lucky here since no one died. And I don't think we'd have been able to do this without the help of the Southern Army, though I think in theory it is possible, but yeah. Wouldn't have even tried it currently without the help. And we get some scales and some bones and some blood and some treasure. So yeah, risking the man for this crap, basically not worth it. But yeah, we will be fighting more of these guys, these things, these pseudo dragons in the future, even if it's not worth it. Anywho, Gajon, level 13 now. Also, let's change these while I remember. Well, I'm gonna change the weaponry on my own, but let's level Gajon. I'm going to keep adding melee skill here, even though I'm not sure if I'll ever make Gajon into someone who can deal damage. We could just take like range defense and initiative for more tankiness. And hit points. But just in case I want to go damage, let's do that. Next up, Hermann, level 10. Has reached 38 melee defense without the help of dodge, which is quite respectable, especially when he doesn't have any stars in melee defense. Let's see. Probably take battle flow here. And we might make another fencer out of Hermann, but we don't currently even have another fencing sword. Let's take battle flow. I do love battle flow on my damage dealers. Okay, that's all the levels. Next time we will be camping to heal all of these wounds and repairing our equipment as well, and probably fighting some more in the arena. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.